Research shows that 99% of Facebook advertisers fail to achieve a profitable return on ad spend. So what do the 1% do differently? Well, that's exactly what I'm going to teach you right now. I'm going to share with you a proven Facebook ads blueprint that actually works in 2025. For example, we just grew a holistic health brand's revenue by 700% in the last 60 days using this exact blueprint. We also used it to scale a CPG brand's revenue by over 2,000% last year. If you're new here, my name is Littlejohn, and for the past decade, I've helped over 150 plus e-commerce brands in the most competitive industries scale profitably with Facebook ads. Individually, I've spent over $330 million profitably on Facebook ads and driven over $1.7 billion in Meta ads attributable revenue. And my YouTube channel is 1,000% dedicated to helping e-commerce brands scale to their first 6-figure and 7-figure months profitably. I'm also the founder of We Are The Select, a boutique ad agency that services 8 and 9-figure e-commerce brands. And I'm also the founder of Meta Ads at Scale, the first coaching program that helps e-commerce brands at any stage of growth scale profitably with Meta Ads. And we've already helped 80 plus brands scale to their first 5, 6, and 7-figure months. Now let's dive into the 4 steps you need to take to scale your brand to 7 figures profitably with Facebook ads. Let's go over pillar number 1. The best artists steal. The beauty of Facebook ads in 2025 is that there is a Meta ads library that's full of millions and millions of ads that you can look to for inspiration for your brand. What I recommend you guys to do is go to different niches, different categories, different verticals, and go find out what other ads brands are making that are completely different from you. This keeps you ahead of the pack because you're not copying your competitors, but you're also staying cutting edge and at the forefront of what's actually working. Easiest way to know if something's working is look in the Facebook ads library and just see which ads have been running the longest from different advertisers. So how are you gonna actually do this in practice? I recommend creating a Google Sheet and making a videos tab and making a static tab ad, and then linking from the Meta ads library all the links to the top ads that have been running the longest for both static ads and both video ads for brands that are in completely different verticals than you. And then you're gonna wanna attach a theme to each of these ads so you can start tracking what angles they're actually using to reach their customers. So the types of ad scripts you should be writing and ad angles you should be taking are the following. You should make sure you are doing founder story videos, whether it's a static ad, a carousel ad, a video ad. Just make sure you're telling the story of your brand. If you're a founder driven brand, make sure you're telling your story that way as well, and look to other brands for inspiration on how they are telling their story. Again, not brands in your niche, but brands in other niches, other categories, other verticals. Similarly, us versus them ads. See how other brands are making us versus them video ads, how they're making us versus them static ads, how they're making us versus them carousel ads, and try and take the best of what they're doing and use that for your brand. And one of my other favorite ad angles or themes to use is the before and after theme. So try and figure out how you can tell your transformation story of someone before they're using their product to after using your product. They looked really bad before and now they look great, right? It could be on the clothing side. They used to be really unstylish, but now they're very stylish now with the new clothes you're offering them, right? So look around in the Facebook ads library. There's so many good brands making so many good ads, and find those ads and figure out how you can use them for inspiration and figure out how you can use them for your own brand. Now let's move on to pillar number 2. I'm calling this pillar Feed the Machine. So the Meta ads algorithm is the most powerful algorithm in the world for advertising. Meta has data on almost every single person in the world. And this is different from Google because people actually made profiles, right? Instagram profiles, Facebook profiles. To Google search something, you don't have to make a profile for that. But for Instagram, for Facebook, you made a profile. You're liking stuff, you're commenting on things, you're following things, right? You're doing all these things. You're taking action on websites, right? Facebook's tracking every little detail of activity that you're doing across the internet, across apps in the App Store, right? And so this is why Meta is the most powerful advertising platform in the world, because they have data on you longer than any other platform in the world, right? Meta is the A1. Meta is the best. There is nothing better than Meta. And so you need to figure out how to utilize Meta's ad algorithm to your favor. So how should you do this? You need to build a full funnel meta ads infrastructure inside your ad account. What does that mean? You need to build a full marketing funnel. That means following the AIDA framework and crafting your ad account infrastructure based upon that. The AID framework is this. The top of the funnel is awareness, right under awareness is interest, then it's desire, and then at the bottom of the funnel is action. So you need to make sure you have campaigns and ads that tackle each one of these parts of the marketing funnel. So the core campaigns you're gonna need to create are threefold. The first core campaign you need to have is an Advantage Plus shopping campaign. This is the most sophisticated, the best meta ads product of all time. And this is a winning campaign, meaning it should work for your brand every single time. You just have to feed it the right creative. This is the first campaign that I recommend each brand in my coaching program use to get their ad account off the ground and get it to scaling. The second campaign you're going to need to create is an in-market interest campaign. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but any new e-com brand out there, you gotta utilize the meta interest audiences to train the algorithm on your ideal customer profile. You need to find out what your in-market interest is, which one is the closest to your brand, and you want to live there and have a campaign dedicated to that in the early stages of your ad account. So these are the first two campaigns I always recommend brands to have in my coaching program. We have the Advantage Plus shopping campaign, then we have the in-market interest campaign. And then the third campaign is the testing campaign. You need to have a broad ad set budget optimization testing campaign. So once you have those two core campaigns live, the Advantage Plus and the in-market interest, then you start testing everything in the testing campaign first, and then only the winning ads get graduated to your core Advantage Plus shopping campaign and your core in-market interest campaign. So those three campaigns make up the top of your marketing funnel. They're gonna bring people into awareness of your brand, they're gonna get them interested in your brand, and also get them to desire your brand. But at the bottom of the funnel, this is where we wanna bring in retargeting campaigns. So I always recommend two retargeting campaigns. The first retargeting campaign is what I call a retargeting evergreen campaign. So this is that retargeting campaign that you can put static ads in there, video ads, GIFs, carousels, and really any type of ad can be put in here except dynamic product ads. Dynamic product ads should always be ran in a separate campaign. Now let's go into the audiences that we're gonna put in this evergreen retargeting campaign. First ad set that I always use, I put an all customers ad set in here. Again, you're gonna use your Klaviyo list and you're gonna use your purchase pixel to make two audiences that make up this first ad set. The second ad set, which is my favorite audience of all time, is the never purchase ad set. This is gonna be your email list. Everyone who signed up on your email list that has never purchased from you before, this is going to be that second ad set. Third ad set is what I call the bottom of the funnel ad set. This is going to use pixel audiences, and this is going to be your add to cart 180 days, your initiate checkout 180 days, your search 180 days, and then your view content last 7 days. So this is going to encapsulate people that are really ready to take action or at that bottom of the funnel and just haven't taken that next step yet. And the fourth audience or ad set that I run in retargeting is your social engagers ad set. So typically I'll do a 7-day Instagram engagers and 7-day Facebook Instagram engagers audience, and that's what I put in this ad set. For our second retargeting campaign, this is for brands that have a larger product catalog. It's going to be a dynamic product ad retargeting campaign. So essentially we're just going to clone our retargeting evergreen campaign, use the exact same ad sets and audiences in there, except we're going to only run dynamic product ads in this campaign. Now let's dive into pillar number 3, creative diversification. Creative diversification is one of the least talked about strategies within the D2C community, but it is also one of the most pivotal and one of the most transformational strategies you can use to scale to 7, 8, and 9 figures. So what does creative diversification mean? You need to be running every single ad type in your ad account. Biggest mistake I see brands make when I go audit their ad accounts for my agency is that they're just running static ads or they're just running video ads. They're not running any carousels, they're not doing dynamic product ads, they're not doing any GIFs, they're only running short videos, there's no long form videos in the account. The key to scaling to 7 figures and beyond is diversifying your creative and optimizing it for every single type of user inside the ad platform. So what does this mean? Not every user is the same. I am not a video person. If you only run video ads, you will not reach me. I like static ads, I like reading, right? But however, if you're only running static ads, then you're not reaching people who love videos, who love to consume videos, who love to learn about new brands and new products through videos, right? So you have to make sure to diversify your creative and tailor it to every single type of user on the platforms, because if you're only catering to a certain type of user, you're not reaching everyone that you could possibly reach that wants to buy your products. Now let's move on to pillar number 4. I'm calling this pillar give Zuck all your data. What do I mean by this? You need to be feeding as much signals to the Meta Ads platform as possible. So within your Facebook and Instagram app and Shopify, you need to make sure you have maximum sharing on. I can't tell you how many brands that come into my coaching program and even into my agency that I just dive into their Facebook and Instagram app and Shopify and they don't have maximum sharing on. You need to have maximum sharing on in Shopify because you need to be sharing all your purchase conversion data with Zuck, with Meta, so you can track as many conversions as possible. And so the algorithm can have as much first party data about your brand being fed into it. You also need to set up your conversion pixel beyond just the standard events. Make sure you're tracking leads, make sure you're making custom conversions, tracking each little action that's taken on your website. All these additional events are rich data that can be fed back to the algorithm and just make it better at finding new customers for your brand. And last, you have to be an early adopter when Meta comes out with some new data sharing products. Always be the first one to opt into these new products that they have where you can give them more data. So don't be a boomer, share all your data with Meta, and I promise you, you're going to have better ad performance than your competitors. And that wraps up the 4 pillars that will undoubtedly help you scale to 7 figures a month with Facebook ads. Now, the truth is, not all Facebook ad strategies are created equal. For example, using all these basic campaign structures that all these gurus are teaching are not gonna help you scale to the 7 and 8 figure goals that you have. However, using a systematic approach like the 4 pillars I just taught you are going to help you get to 7 figures a month. So at this point, you have 3 options. Option number 1, keep doing what you're doing, keep running unprofitable Meta Ads campaigns, keep thinking that you're gonna figure it out for free with YouTube videos like this, right? And keep burning your money through trial and error. Option number 2 is trying to implement all this stuff I just taught you yourself. It's gonna take you months, it's gonna take you lots of time, it's gonna take you lots of energy and lots of effort. You might get there in 6, 7, 8 months, but it doesn't have to be that way. But there is another option, and this is the best option, and this is working directly with me in my one-on-one coaching program, Meta Ads at Scale. You get 5 one-on-one calls directly with me, you get a dedicated client success manager who you can book unlimited calls with, and he will help you get your ad account set up, he'll get your creatives done both on the static side and the video side, will help you get your email and SMS marketing infrastructure set up, and will help you increase your average order value and your conversion rate on your website. This is the most all-encompassing Meta Ads coaching program on the planet, and it is the best value for the price that you pay. So if you're serious about scaling your brand within the next 90 days, click the link in the description below and book an application call with myself or my team, and we will show you exactly how to double your revenue in 6 months, guaranteed, or we will work with you for free. And that wraps up this video, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can get the most cutting edge Meta Ads strategies directly in your feed.